10 Best Annual Sporting Events in Africa. Hello Displorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by Displore and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall look at the top 10 best annual sporting events in Africa. Africa is known as a land of true safaris and natural graces, which brings in millions of tourists monthly into the continent. But one other thing which has seen a sharp spike in attracting tourists into the continent are sporting events. Sports in Africa traces its origins far back in history, and the continent is now widely recognized globally for its excellence in various sporting fields. Africa has become a bedrock of vibrant sporting talent that cuts across various disciplines, with many Africans making a name for themselves and their countries on the global stage. Irrespective of culture and social affiliation, sporting events is one thing that brings everyone together, setting aside their differences for the enjoyment of the game. This has led to positive contributions into the economy, social and cultural advancements for the African economy. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. There is something just charming about the cheering of fans while players move to the rhythm of their screams. No matter the discipline, every sporting event in Africa brings in unique cultural flavors, colors, attitudes, and support as well as experience. Cutting across every discipline of sport, here are the top 10 best annual sporting events in Africa. Number 10. ACA T20 Africa Cup. The ACA T20 Africa Cup is a cricket championship organized to find the best country in cricket that year. Organized by the Africa Cricket Association, the ACA T20 Africa Cup is meant to showcase African talents to the world, hence creating a pathway to raise the game in entire Africa. The end of 2018 marked the first edition of the regional tournament, quickly started in Nigeria, while Kenya would host the tournament finals. Some of the countries included in this tournament include Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, Malawi, Kenya, Botswana, Mozambique, and Cameroon. Just like any other tournament of such a huge magnitude, there were some difficulties encountered. No matter the errors, problems, this event not only brings people together, but also provides entertainment to cricket lovers and a platform for the best African cricketers. Number 9. African Wrestling Championships. Wrestling has always been part of many African communities since time immemorial, where wrestling matches were common in village arenas, not only for entertainment but also as a show of manhood. This tradition has continued in many communities to this day, particularly in Senegal, Sudan, Nubian communities, and southern Egypt, where wrestling is favored ahead of soccer, playing a key role in social integration and economic empowerment. Aside from being a sport, it is a perfect representation of African culture and tradition. To make it more solid, the African Wrestling Championship has been creating that platform. The African Wrestling Championships are amateur wrestling championships held in men's freestyle wrestling, men's Greco-Roman wrestling, and women's freestyle wrestling. The 2020 African Wrestling Championship was held in Algiers, Algeria from 8th to 9th February 2020. Competitors are held in 3 age groups: cadets, juniors, and seniors, according to United World Wrestling rules, and so does it bring people of varying ages, cultures, and status to enjoy the sports. Number 8. The Cape Town Cycle Tour. South Africa hosts some of the largest by number of entrants sporting events in the world, with the Cape Town Cycle Tour, with as many as 35,000 cyclists taking part, being the world's largest individually timed cycle race. The Cape Town Cycle Tour is an annual cycle race hosted in Cape Town, South Africa, usually 109 kilometers long. It is the first event outside Europe to be included in the Union Cyclist International's Golden Bike Series. It's traditionally staged on the second Sunday of March and has enjoyed well-known competitors such as Miguel Indurain, Jan Ullrich, Matt Damon, Helen Zille, and Lance Armstrong. One of South Africa's top cyclists include Greg Minnaar, a 3-time UCI Mountain Bike World Cup winner, while Ullrich has also seen cycling success with Daniel Tekle-Minot and Mehawi Kudus, whose talents have made them to become the first Africans to participate in the Tour de France. Number 7. The Safari Rally. First held from 27 May to 1st June 1953 as the East African Coronation Safari in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanganyika, as a celebration of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. The Safari Rally is a rally race held in Kenya. In 1960, it was renamed the Eastern Africa Safari Rally and kept the name until 1924, when it became the Safari Rally. Widely regarded as one of the most popular African rallies, it was set to make a return to the World Rally Championship in 2020 after an 18-year hiatus due to finance and organization, but then was cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It will instead return in 2021 World Rally Championship. The event adopted the special stage format in 1996. Local driver Shekhar Mehta is the most successful in the event with 5 outright victories in 1973 and 1979 to 1982. Number 6. La Tropicale. There are actually several major cycling events around Africa, to the point that cycling can rightly be considered one of the continent's favorite sports, but La Tropicale tends to be the biggest and most impressive of them all. Held in Gabon and known in full as La Tropicale Amissa Bongo, it is a 600-mile race in 6 stages, contested between African cyclists and some of the best European teams alike. Watching cycling live is a little bit different than most sports, but even if you only see occasional glimpses of the athletes, the whole thing makes for a festive occasion that many thoroughly enjoy. This African event has stood as pride for the African populace, who not only have star cyclists in the run, but also enjoy the coming together to watch a common sport. Number 5. NBA Africa Game. The NBA Africa Game is an African basketball event which has been a huge success in the last few years and may be on its way to becoming a popular annual event. It brings a huge number of NBA stars past and present to the continent for an exhibition game between Team World and Team Africa, the latter featuring players of direct African descent such as Cameroon's Joel Embiid. It's helping to popularize basketball around Africa even more, and it's also an entertaining game in and of itself. It's probably only getting bigger too, with even LeBron James having stated he'd love to play in the exhibition. Number 4. The Sun Met. Many never think Africa when it comes to horse racing, as only events in America and England are mostly praised, with the Kentucky Derby in the United States being the most famous and celebrated race in the world. But horse racing has grown in popularity in Africa, from being just a game of bet to becoming a sport people actually enjoy watching, and one of the reasons for this has been the introduction of the Sun Met event. Known as Africa's richest race day, the Sun Met takes place annually at Kenilworth, a race course in Cape Town. Recognizing the proud legacy and heritage of horse racing in South Africa, Sun International took over the wheels and hosted its first Sun Met as a new headline sponsor in 2017. With the goal to bring back glamour to race day, the Sun Met combines award-winning entertainment with world-class horse racing and the largest purse on the African continent. The Sun Met is right on par with world events now in awe, but international fame as 50,000 people attend each year at Cape Town's Kenilworth racetrack, for which always a lovely experience. Number 3. The CHAN African Nations Championship. The CAF African Nations Championship, sometimes referred to as African Championship of Nations, CHAN, or Total African Nations Championship for sponsorship reasons, is a football tournament which was first announced on 11 September 2007. It is administered by the Confederation of African Football, CAF, and is played between the best national teams of Africa, exclusively featuring players who are active in the national championships and qualified to play in the ongoing season. The first tournament was held in 2009, hosted by Ivory Coast and won by DR Congo. The competition expanded to 16 teams for the second tournament, held in Sudan in 2011, which was won by Tunisia in the wake of the Tunisian Revolution. The tournament is now held every even year, alternating with the African Cup of Nations and currently ongoing with Cameroon hosting. Number 2. The Cairo Derby. Football is by and large the favorite sport of the continent, and various teams, league structures, and tournaments can make for incredible experiences for visitors. The Cairo Derby, or football match between Egyptian club Al Ahly SC and Zamalek, is arguably a match between two of the most successful clubs in Egypt and Africa. Ahly and Zamalek were named by the Confederation of African Football (CAF) as the first and second African clubs of the 20th century, respectively. Both teams are located in the Greater Cairo, and their matches are considered the highlights of the football season, with a live broadcast to most of the Middle Eastern and North African countries since the 70s. Usually, the derby is played twice each season with 2 matches in the Egyptian Premier League. They also meet each other in the Egypt Cup, especially in the final, and in Africa's most prestigious club competition, the CAF Champions League. Both clubs play in the Egyptian Premier League, and no matter where you get the chance to see them squaring off, you have a blast. Number 1. African Cup of Nations. The African Cup of Nations is the biggest football event on the continent, though it only occurs in odd years. Essentially a miniature Africa-only World Cup held every 2 years. It is a massive event that draws huge crowds and showcases the very best in African football. With a maiden edition held in 1968 with just 3 participating nations, Egypt, Sudan and Ethiopia, and rejecting South Africa because of the then apartheid policies, it is the main international men's association football competition in Africa, sanctioned by the CAF. Since 1968, it has been held every 2 years, switching to odd number years in 2013, and the tournament has grown greatly, making it necessary to hold a qualifying tournament from where 16 teams emerge. since 1998 up until July 20th, 2017, when the African Cup of Nations was moved from January to June and expanded from 16 to 24 teams. There you have it, Explorers. Those were the 10 best annual sporting events in Africa. Thanks for watching this video, and if you did enjoy this video, do want to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.